Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi tutorial. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, today we're going to be using the great Divi WowCarousel plugin to create this Team Carousel with highlight effect. As you can see, that middle slides highlight. Really easy to do and really impressive thing to have on your site. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is enable the visual builder. Once enabled, I'm going to go down and delete my carousel here. Okay, so let's add a new module. I've got a section with a row with one column in it. I'm going to add a module. Divi comes by default with all these light grey modules here. When you add the Wow Carousel, you get all these great carousel options right here. So let's go ahead and add the Team Carousel right here. And it's going to prompt us to add our first item. So I'm going to hit the plus to add my first item. And we'll go in and add a photo. And go on down. Give her a name. Job title. And I got a bit of lorem ipsum down here. I'll take a bit of this for her description because I really don't have one. I'm going to paste that in there. As you can see, we've got that there now. Now we can add social links. We can add a website URL. I'll just put a hashtag in place of a real URL, but just put your website URL if you want to add that. As you can see, the icons popped up there. I'll do the same for the email address. That's really useful. Each member can have their own email address. Now let's add Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Or LinkedIn. There we go. That'll do. It's great. So background, I'm going to just give it a simple black background color. Now let's actually style our little member area there. Let's go to common. Content alignment, I want everything to be in the middle. I'm not going to add any padding for the moment. I'll take care of that in the actual spacing in a minute. I might decide to give it rounded corners and a border later on. Just say give it a 5 pixel border. Just put the 5 in, it'll put the pixels. If you've got this chain link in, it'll do every side for you. And as you can see, it's giving it little rounded corners there. Give it a little border, I suppose. Just make it 1 pixel. And I'll make it purple. Solid's fine. Now the photo, that's way too big. I want the image to be about 150 by 150. That's better. And I want it to be in the center. Because my images are square, I'm going to turn them into round images by giving it a 50% all-round border, photo rounded corners. Instead of pix, I'm using percentage, so I just write 50 and then put the percent sign in. And as you can see, that's turned that into a nice round image. Now it'll only work properly with the square images, bear that in mind. Okay, and we'll give it a little purple border as well, say 5 pix. Maybe one more. Great. Let's move on down. Overlay, not using one of those at the moment. The text, we've got the name, we've got the job title, and we've got the about text there, or the bio I should say. So the name, I want a bit more spacing at the bottom, say 15 pixels or so. That's good. Font's fine. I might make it semi-bold, and I'm going to make it purple in color. There we go, great. Text size is absolutely fine. I think I might capitalize that though. There we go. And let's go ahead and do the job title text. Again, I'm going to make that bold, I think. And it's already capitals, but I'll put that on for capitals anyway. I'm going to make it purple, and I'm going to bring it up a little bit in size. Something like that. Let's go on down. Oh, let's go back up and do our bio now. Font's fine. Size is fine. I like to make it a little brighter than that, so I'll make it white, but I'll take the opacity down just a little bit, so it's just an off-white. Something like that. So it still stands out well, but it's not quite as bright. And regular's fine there. So let's go down to our social links. And I'm going to make the icon white. Make the background purple. Perhaps when they hover over it, let's change the background color to blue. Desktop hover state, I want that blue. And desktop purple. As you can see, when we hover over there, they'll change to blue now. That's great. Okay, moving on down. I don't want to change anything else there. Sizing's fine. Let's give it a little space all around. I'll just give it padding 30 pixels all around. Again, just put in the 30, it'll put in the pics. Hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side for you. There we go. And I think we're pretty much done with our first little item there. Great. So let's save that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to make several of these to get our carousel working. So I'll pause the video and just make those. Okay, as you can see, I've added another 4 slides here, and it started rotating. So let's go down to our carousel settings below. If it's not open, just click on it to open it. In the general, I want to slow them down a bit, so I'm going to put the animation speed to about 2 seconds, something like that. That usually works for me. I do want it to autoplay. Navigation, yeah, we're going to keep the navigation. You can choose whether to have navigation, which is what we got, or pagination, which are the little dots that appear underneath. But navigation, that works absolutely fine for me. Don't need to use a fixed width slide. Number of slides to show 3, that works fine for me. Now you can change this for tablet. And mobile, or phone I should say. Yeah, I think on a tablet I'll probably be best with just the one. There we go. And the same on a phone too. So I'm going to stay back on the desktop view. 3 is great for that. I want it to infinitely loop to keep going round and round again. I don't need to add a background to that. The background color I've got there is absolutely fine. Great, so let's go to our advanced settings. Carousel settings, advanced. Auto height, don't need it because mine are all the same height. If you've got different bios in there, the heights may be different. You can set that and make them all the same height. Number of items to scroll, we only want to scroll one at a time. That's great. Vertical mode, don't need that. I want it to remain horizontal. Center mode, yeah, I've got 3, so let's keep center mode on. And I also want it to highlight our center team member there. So I'm going to switch this from classic to highlighted. And as you can see, that sort of zooms that one out when it's in the middle. I think that's a great effect. You can use a custom cursor if you want. I'm going to leave mine as is, and I don't want to open anything in a light box. So let's go on to our design tab. And the only thing I want to do is just slightly change my navigation. So I'm going to go into the navigation. I'm under common. The height and width are absolutely fine. You can move it up and down, left to right. That's absolutely fine for me. I'm going to make the icon white. I'm going to make the background purple to go with our sort of social icons there. But perhaps when we hover over it again, I'll make those blue like we did with the social icons. So hit the little background, little arrow, go to hover and choose your hover color. As you can see, when I hover over it, it now turns blue. So I think we're actually done with this carousel. How easy was that? Let's save the changes. We'll save our page changes. Save the draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. There's our little team member carousel that highlights the middle member there. And we've got navigation, so we can go backwards if we want to. And obviously we can go forwards as well. And I think that's a great little feature to have on your site. Really easy to do with a Divi WowCarousel. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please ring the bell, like, share, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.